You gotta be the change.
Literally, we have to be the change, like individually, but also us as a people. They're waiting on us here in North America to get our shit together. They wanna. We don't have nobody to get in business of goods with. Who can we trade goods with? Whoever you just thought about, you can't do it because the United States government will not let you do it on a national level because you belong to the United States government. Until we create our own government,
So we property.
yeah, 100%, 100%, you are property.
Bro, we paying to live on American soil.
Yeah,
That shit crazy though, dog.
listen.
Back then they never.
No, listen.
They never
You're
paid to
paying.
live.
You're paying non-Americans to live on American soil. When our government is reestablished, I want y'all to know something. We're from the land. They're not from this land. This land right here. So when our government is created, it's already plenty treaties and plenty laws that are already stated what's supposed to happen when we step back up as heirs to our state. This is our ancestral estate. Native Americans didn't do the process right. That's why you can look up on your phone right now. It might be tricky if you say who owns Indian reservations. It's gonna say the Indian, of course, but they're not Indian. That's another misnomer. This is not India. When you look up directly who owns the titles to these Indian reservations, it's gonna say the federal government. If somebody owns title, what does that mean?
You got ownership.
So the same way all of us right now can go get 100 acres and build a court system and build our own police department and have police roam the, you feel what I'm saying, and put people in jail, but they can't come off the land and do that to regular citizens. That's the same little privileges that they got. That's not nationhood. That's not real sovereignty. All this bloodshed that's going on around the world that the United States is causing is on every person that look like me. It's on our hands, bro. We funding it. We giving them a free trillion every year. We give them a free trillion every year to aid in war. And I think a lot of the problems come from a lot of people are waiting for somebody to create something or an avenue that everybody can follow. But I think everybody, if they realize that they actually were important and everybody, literally everybody is an important piece, you'll realize, okay, I need to start realizing like, yo, right now, it's enough of talking about the problems we face with police and all of that, because all of that stems from not having our own government. The conversations 2026 is about action. It's all about solutions to the problems that we face. And that's why I stopped going live back in 2021, because I was bringing solutions to the table that people wasn't ready yet for. They were still ready. They was just getting into talking about the problems that a lot of people didn't know about. But now, since we were our own news channel, and a lot of people that didn't know about the things that was going on around the world, the atrocities that we faced here in the States, it's about to go to another level. A lot of us are on a certain a level of awareness of what we went through.
Right.
Feel what I'm saying?
We blind.
Yeah, that is a beautiful thing. Even though their level of awareness is not ready to do nothing about it yet, they still know what they went through. So it's a handful of people that are, once a government is created, oh shit, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for this. I'm gone. It's a lot of people like that. They're not gonna put in no work, but they're waiting for this bitch to be done. You feel me? I'm not mad at them people. Y'all lost on the day to day. You feel me? You think you got 24 hours in a day. When you only got 12 in a day. That's why you agree for working 8 hours, because you think you got 24 hours in a day.
Shit, you snap. You just said that shit.
You think you got 24 hours in a day. That's like, oh, I go work 8 hours. No, bruh. No, bruh. You're sleeping for 8 of those hours. Knock that down. From 24 to what? 16 off rip. You got to work for another 8, right? That knocks it down to 16 off rip, right? You You gotta cook. You gotta eat.
Clean.
You gotta travel. Don't let you have kids. With that being said, it's very easy to get distracted on the day to day. I'm not upset, but you need to set aside an hour a day to bring solutions to the table, and not just solutions to your own problems. Because that's where we at right now. Our people just get into the space where they're taking stuff serious individually. They're taking their health serious. Like, I don't understand why. When I used to talk about health, people used to watch. I used to have some people engaged, but then you used to have a lot of people like, oh, here come the healthy guy. You feel what I'm saying? And now, because it's a trend, people are turned themselves into that healthy guy. You feel me? Why did it have to take for it to become a trend? What? I thought he almost crashed that joint or something. He had to hit them brakes. So, yeah, you know,
Peep this. The crazy thing about you saying this, like, I have certain things that I like. Every time I go to the gym, like, I'll post a certain quote, and one of the quotes that I always post is like, "You can't say that you care about your family when you're not even trying to be healthy."
come on,
You see what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't make sense, dog. Like, you can't say that you love your peoples when
on.
you're not even trying to stay alive for your peoples.
come on,
All you do is drink and smoke like a fucking pirate.
come on. And you know, I had a girl ask me, you know, she said, I wouldn't mind spending the rest of my life with you and having. She said, like, it would be an honor to have your child.
Right?
I felt that.
You damn right.
Now, she asked me, do I feel the same way? And I had to tell her, no. Ain't gonna lie to you. Straight up, no. But she's a great woman, though. She's a great woman. And she's willing to mold herself to be a wife that fits what I like. You know what I'm saying? This vice versa. I will have to do the same. Like, parts that
Compromise.
compromise. Like, parts that I know is like not the best of me, but I haven't changed in years. If she says she don't like that, it's up to me to change that. That's just so y'all don't be like, oh, well, she just gonna change for you. All right, just chill. Y'all just chill, bro. Y'all just chill. We both changing, yeah. We both changing, yeah.
What you seeing her that you told her no? That
I mentioned the eating. I say, look, I don't expect my woman to be plant-based. You feel what I'm saying? But I expect you to eat healthy. If and as I'm explaining this, she said, you know, she kind of just was like, just combat. Like, don't again, she's a great woman, but she was just combative with the. So you're gonna raise your children plant-based? You're not even gonna give them meat? Right there, I already know.
Defensive.
Not even just defensive. If I was to have a child with you right now, you would be giving my child, our child, something that is not beneficial to them because you're not yet aware of certain things and how they cause your body to react. You feel what I'm saying? So
you go back to that consciousness.
yeah,
Her level of consciousness hasn't
feel me?
reached where yours is at yet.
Exactly.
And you also know how long it took you to get to that point.
Thank you. But it's a difference though. It's one thing for somebody to be like, nah, I don't see myself really changing my eating habits. Ladies and gentlemen, if somebody tell you I don't really see myself changing, why even get yourself wrapped in the mix with somebody and they already said I don't see myself? But if a woman says or a man says, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not doing that right now, but like I see myself going that way, like eating more healthy. And again, my problem was not her or like, you know, just certain things that okay. Skittles. Red dye. I've been talking about this for the longest, bro. Sometimes, because I still have addiction and sweet tooth to these things, because I've been given these things from parents that didn't know no better. When I'm craving something sweet, sometimes I want Skittles, and I'm like, yo, you know it's no good for you. Like, you know, Red 40 causes autism. It's banned in other countries in Europe, but they come here together united as the United States and give it to us. And we think we're not prisoners of war, but back to the conversation. They're given things that they do not give themselves back home when they separate. but they come here and they're giving it to us. I peep the pattern. I peep the war tactics. Anybody know about the book, The Art of War?
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Start paying attention to your oppressor's art of war, and then you'll be able to see how you can navigate before your people are on the same page and y'all moving together. Right now, it's kind of like we gotta fend for yourself unless you just blessed to have brothers like me, and I ain't gotta fend for myself. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, with that being said, it's just things that if I'm saying, yo, Skittles is a problem, but you don't see Skittles as a problem, and you consistently giving our kids Skittles, and people think that it's not a big deal, and to some people it's not a big deal until you realize, like, you didn't have to give your kid the Skittles in the first place. Like, people be like, so what's so wrong with Skittles? Why are you so infatuated with getting your kid to like Skittles? Why do you want to give your kid Skittles in the first place? It's because you like Skittles. Okay. But why do you like Skittles? If you didn't have Skittles, you would have never known you like Skittles. I'm not saying I'm never gonna give my kid. I'm never gonna let my kid eat, or they're gonna be on punishment if they eat meat. No. When I'm in control over your diet and the things that are going in your body and the things that you're getting introduced to, all of these ages is the ages of addiction and learning what is your norm. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Why would I introduce you to things as my child that I had a hard time getting over once I realized was not doing my body any benefit? Why am I going to go give my kid that same snack so they can go through the same cycle that I just had to break of not wanting to eat that goddamn snack? Chips, 50 different ingredients. I know what Doritos originally taste like. My child does not. I can be the one to make Doritos for you first with 4 or 5 different ingredients. You feel me? You feel me?
So hold on, before you keep going. So from what I'm taking from what you're saying, you didn't want your kid to be double minded. That's one. And then for two, it's like prevent is better than cure.
100%. Prevent is better than cure. Why would I give my kids something I know that I'm detoxing from myself? Everybody know how easy it is to just be lost in the candy sauce. Everybody done ate too much candy on Halloween because they couldn't stop and their stomach was hurting and you wish you didn't eat that much candy. This my thing though. Those are good experiences, you feel what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know. But at the same time, if we could see, I think a lot of people would stop doing what they're doing if they could see what's going on inside their body when they put stuff inside their body. Then I think people would be like, okay, I don't want to give my kid that, because if my kid gets addicted to this thing, and I can't stop my kid from going to a friend's house or at school requesting these things, yeah, you should have never introduced your child to that thing. Simple as that. Feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel about that. And you know, it's just, if I just feel like you're gonna give those things and put our next generation in the same cycle that we're breaking out of, I don't got no business. You know what I mean? I don't got no business.
So you feel like if you can't find another woman with the same mindset you got, you don't see yourself like
Settling a little bit.
settling down or like helping
Yes,
them
but
become you.
yes, but
Because you know we lead and they should
100%.
follow.
And that's where it is. Like right now today, if I was not to find no woman, I know the girl that the woman that I'm talking about,
Right.
she is not just a follower. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, I know when she's following, so when I know she's following things that I'm doing, that's because she trusts what I'm saying. She trusts me to be the man that I am. And that's exactly why she said it's an honor to have my kid. I see you see patterns. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a man who's gonna provide for my kid,
Right.
because she see how I provide for myself. Feel what I'm saying? But not no but. Where we at is I still see that she's a woman that if I was to do that 5 years from now, whatever I'm doing, she's gonna be leaning more towards that because she know I'm not just doing nothing for no reason. She know if I say, babe, sweetheart, whatever, I don't think, and I don't want, not just I don't think, I don't want. You got to be specific with your words sometimes. That I don't think is room for opinion.
Yeah,
I don't want our kid eating Skittles. Can't just leave it at that. Here's why. And instead of just speaking sometimes show her, yeah. Or sometimes show him, look, babe, this is what this is all of those colors are doing to our kid's body every time. Now if you want to give your kids Skittles once a year because you can't remake Skittles, do what you do. It's not bad. But the problem is when you grew up like us and Skittles is everywhere in your fucking face. What did the kids just try to sell us over there up on that bike?
Candy.
Did y'all see what kind of candy it was?
No,
It was Skittles.
that's crazy.
My boy out here selling crack cocaine to his community. He don't even know it. You feel me?
Is he not informed?
Are you?
And let me add this in there.
So,
It's not just us. When it comes to this food thing, and again, back to the art of war, when you know that a group of people don't care to sacrifice a few of theirs to maintain balance for the majority. Y'all heard what I just said?
Yes.
They will sacrifice a few of theirs to maintain the balance of the majority. They're not the majority over here. We're only minors or the minority over here because we're still minors in the mental. You're a minor if you're under 18, right? But you're also a minor if you can't govern your own mind. If all of us as a whole need governance from another nation, you're a minor. You're a minority.
Now when you said that shit.
I mean, we don't have like that goes back to etymology and base words and base meanings, but
It's like a double entendre.
it is, and a lot of words is. That's why the English dictionary, and the English language is very tricky. Feel me?
Complex, yes.
You got to be careful what you say. The tongue is the sword. So
Yes,
you
sir.
feel me? So with that being said, again, a lot of things that we, just allowing ourselves to be a part of is not beneficial to us at all, individually or as a community. And the quicker we figure that out, the quicker we get our shit together and we stop worrying about problems that aren't problems. Like the things we talking about right now, like, man, the U.S. government doing this, and you see people in the comments like, oh, who is we? Like, that's not us, that's them. There is no separation yet, man. This is what other country leaders are thinking when it comes to us. You might have some that's thinking some sympathy. Okay, I'm just going to blow up the White House. Well, guess what? You have a majority that are thinking, if we was to bomb the White House or do anything to the United States government, the people, the blacks, quote unquote blacks that they have in custody or as citizens, they're going to listen to whatever propaganda that the United States government decides to spew. So if I bomb that place over there, it's going to be a whole bunch of quote unquote black people that are enlisting in the Marines because they think they need to fight for massa. Their government. This is not your government, gang. And no matter what you do, no matter who you put in seat, they're not going to change it. Remember that Libya president I was talking about, that Libya leader I was talking about? Guess who killed him?
United States.
Guess who? What president?
I'm not too sure. I don't
Which
remember.
one we was waiting on?
Obama?